Books have been an integral part of our life since childhood. Don't we all love that intoxicating fresh scent of new books? We all live out the journey from the alphabet books with colorful pictures of apples, balls, and cats to books on history, science, math, and beyond. Books are our companions at every step that helps us learn, grow, and excel. Fiction lets us escape our lives just for a moment and takes us to a surprising world full of wonders. We meet new people, roam different places, and live a different life, even if it's just an imaginary one. On the other hand, non-fiction helps us see our reality from a different perspective. How did books take the form we recognize today? From the clay tablets to the e-book format, the book has undergone a remarkable evolution. In this video, we'll take a look back at the long history of the book. Tablets, 3500 BC. An ancient group of people called the Sumerians lived in Mesopotamia around 3500 to 3000 BC. They were the first to transcribe symbols onto portable materials. Back in those days, almost all kinds of natural materials like clay, bark, stone, and wax could serve as a canvas for drawings and writings. Sumerians introduced the earliest known writing system into the world called the cuneiform. The cuneiform system consisted of pictographs, pictorial symbols for a word, and phonograms, symbols representing vocal sounds etched on clay tablets using a triangle-shaped stylus called calamus. To let the clay dry under the sun or fire them in kilns to make them last longer, the use of clay tablets to write text was for around 2000 years. Papyrus scrolls, 2400 BC. Papyrus and parchment can be considered as predecessors of paper as a canvas for written material. Papyrus is a very thick paper-like material which is made from the stem of the papyrus plant, which used to be found in abundance along the Nile River. The center of the stem of the plant was used to cut into thin strips that were pasted together to form a paper-like flat surface. These sheets of papyrus were glued together to form a scroll. Sharpened stems of reed plants or bird feathers were used to write on scrolls. These scrolls were rolled up and often contained within wooden tubes to protect them. Several scrolls were glued together to form a rolled up book that was about 10 to 40 meters long on an average. The earliest surviving papyrus scrolls date around 2400 BC, originating in Egypt. The Egyptians used these materials for hundreds of years. Scrolls were used widely throughout the Chinese, Hebrew, Macedonian, and Roman cultures as well. Parchment, 500 to 200 BC. Parchment, a thin material fabricated using the skins of animals such as sheep, goats, was developed as a substitute to papyrus. While it proved to be longer lasting than the papyrus scroll, it was rather expensive due to the cost of manufacturing. Herodotus, a Greek historian who lived in the 5th century BC, described the use of parchment to write on as a common practice in his time. The finer quality parchment is known as vellum. Even in the modern age, parchment is considered the finest writing material ever devised, as most modern papers do not reach the quality of finest vellum. Wax tablets, 200 BC. The Romans and Greeks developed wax tablets around 200 BC. The tablets were a block of wood coated with wax. A stylus was used to write on it. These wax tablets can be reused as the writing could be erased. These tablets were sometimes joined together at one end with cords. This was called a codex. The codex was made of folded leaves of parchments. Codex brought written manuscripts closer to modern books. The earliest surviving codex, dated back to the 4th century, is Greek biblical manuscript known as the Codex Sinaiticus. The paper revolution, 105 AD. Paper is believed to be invented in China in 105 AD. The credit of invention of the paper goes to an official of the Chinese imperial court named Kai Lun. He used a combination of mulberries, tree bark, rags hemp, and even old fish nets to make the paper. Archaeological discoveries reported the finding of a paper with writing on it near Dunhuang dating 8 BC. The paper had been used in China for wrapping and padding since 200 BC. The use of paper for writing spread across China and the whole world. Illustrations, 400 to 600 AD. Around this time, illustrated manuscripts appeared. Generally, gold and silver decorations were used to ornament the cover for it to illuminate, and was also known as illuminated manuscripts. The earliest known examples of illustrated manuscripts originated from Italy and the Eastern Roman Empire. The first printed book, 868 AD. The very first book is printed on paper in China using a block of wood that had letters of Chinese alphabets carved in reverse so that when printed, it forms the mirror image. After the carving was finished, the ink would be applied to the entire block. Then a large paper was pressed against the block to create a print on the paper. This technique is known as block printing or wood block printing. It is more like today's stamp. It was originally used as early as 220 AD as a means of printing on cloth. By using differently carved blocks of wood, even color printing was possible. The oldest extant of a printed book is the Buddhist text Diamond Sutra, dated back to 868 AD. Movable type 1041 to 1230 AD. As the name suggests, the movable type is a method of printing that uses movable components to type on a paper. A Chinese man called Bi Shang invented movable type around 990 to 1051 AD. He carved each letter into smaller pieces of wooden blocks instead of carving the whole book into a single block. However, the wooden movable type still had major problems. One among them was the uneven texture of the surface of wood due to the soaking of ink. Because of these problems, the wooden movable type was replaced with ceramic tablets which were made from baked clay. Around 1230 AD, the first movable type was created in Korea during the Goryeo dynasty. This breakthrough led to the creation of the first movable metal print book called the Jikiji in 1377 AD. Gutenberg's mechanical movable type 440 to 450 AD. German goldsmith Johannes Gutenberg brought a revolution in the world of printing with his mechanically movable printing press. He developed a metal movable type system of casting letters with screw press and hand mold. Gutenberg's machine was semi-mechanic, but it proved to be very efficient. It is widely regarded as the most important invention of all time. It played a key role in shaping the Renaissance and the scientific revolution. The Gutenberg's Bible was the first complete book to be printed in Gutenberg's new movable type printing press in 1455. It is believed that 180 copies of the Gutenberg Bible were created, 45 printed on the vellum and 135 on paper. Among these, only 21 exist in the complete form today. The printing revolution 1490 AD to 1500 AD. The printing business did not remain a monopoly of the aristocrats for long. Gutenberg's invention led to a revolution in the printing activities all over Europe. By the late 15th century, more than 20 million books were published in more than 200 countries in Europe itself. The printing press revolution was not limited to books, but it created newspapers, magazines, and other such media. Eventually, in the 1490s, the printing revolution reached other continents as well, with the discovery of sea routes to the west by Christopher Columbus and routes to the east by Vasco da Gama. In 1501 AD, the very first form of pocketbook was printed by an Italian humanist named Aldus Manutius. He desired to preserve the rich literature of Greece that encouraged him to adopt the small book format. He invented the pocketbook editions of the classics in Greek and Latin so that all could read these books and carry them around easily. He introduced the italic font type for his pocketbooks due to compact and narrow letter forms. The very first book to be printed in this format was the Virgil's Opera in 1501 AD. The pocketbook format gained more and more popularity. Growth in education and thus in the number of people capable of reading and writing fostered this development, initiating the production of written word for a mass market. In 1640, America's first book, The Besom, was published. In 1832, the book slave was introduced. Books started to be covered in printed detachable paper jackets. Around 1832, cheaper novels were produced so that the working class could afford it too. E-books. In 1985, the very first digital copy of a book appeared. One of the USA's largest publishers of encyclopedias published the Academic American Encyclopedia, which they renamed the New Grolier Electronic Encyclopedia, on a CD. Since then, many more books have been published and distributed on the CD. Most prominently, this format was used for audiobooks, which was previously published on cassettes. With the invention of the computer, microprocessor, and the internet, books have undergone a major digital transformation. E-books, electronic books, have become a common phenomenon in the 21st century. In 1995, Amazon, the very first online bookseller, was launched and they sold the first book ever online. In 2007, Amazon released its first e-book reader, Kindle. Today, scanning and uploading of books is a common practice. Nothing changes the fact that any form the book may be in, physical or e-books, there is always the joy of reading a book. What do you prefer, the printed book or the e-book? Let us know in the comment section below. We hope you've learned how the books evolved into the form that we see today. Well, that's all for this video. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to Explified. Also, do press the bell icon. Bye!